Hey guys, it's Jeff from Lost in Vegetation. So I thought it was time I shared a little bit about myself and my own personal vegan story. This is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, pretty much since I started Lost in Vegetation, and I just thought that now would be a great time to talk about it. So I officially went vegan in June of last year, and it's been about 7 months now, and I just couldn't be happier with the decision. So growing up, I ate what you would probably consider a pretty standard American diet. My dad would usually cook for us. He worked a midnight shift job, so he was usually around more during the day, and my mom usually worked long hours, so she usually would only get home until late in the evening. As with most families, I grew up in one that consumed animal products, and my family definitely never went out of their way to make healthy decisions. We usually had animals at every single meal, and it usually consisted of like some sort of starch with animal flesh and like a sauce of sorts, or typical like American meals like hamburgers and hot dogs and just things like that. And vegetables usually took up the smallest portion of our plates. Once I got older and was cooking meals for myself, that's when I actually started to make smarter and healthier decisions. The word vegetarian really wasn't a word that you heard in my house, and I don't even recall hearing the term until I was well into my teens. I remember that we received a Time magazine and the cover said, "Should you be a vegetarian?" And I remember reading the article, but I don't really remember the content of it. It probably was just talking about different kinds of vegetarian diets as well as a vegan diet, and just really generalizing the whole topic. I first went vegetarian in high school. I was probably about 17 or 18 at the time, and I was influenced by PETA and the campaign messages that they were using at the time. I even wore one of their "I am not a nugget" pins proudly around school, and I even received a large activist kit. It was full of posters and stickers and etc. And I started watching undercover slaughterhouse videos, and I just started to become aware of the horrors of animal agriculture. So after I graduated, I went back to eating animal products. I was feeling pressured, specifically by someone I was dating at the time, and I was just at a crossroads of sorts in my life, and I just let myself be easily influenced. So, sometime after that ended, I found myself back to vegetarianism, and it seemed like a step in the right direction. And I remained vegetarian for the next 7 years. Though, somewhere in the back of my mind, something didn't seem right. It just didn't feel right. So, why did I decide to go vegan? For almost an entire year before I went vegan, I had almost completely cut dairy and eggs out of my diet, and I had basically written them off as unhealthy. Dairy specifically was wrecking my digestion. At this time, I was beginning to watch several vegan YouTubers, such as Emily from Bite Size Vegan and Angie and Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan, and I was just learning so much more about the vegan movement and just more on how animal agriculture is so fucking twisted and how the planet could benefit from people adopting a vegan lifestyle, and just how I could lead a happy, healthy, and cruelty free life. So at this point, I decided that I had to go vegan. I just wanted to be a better person to myself and to all living things as well as the planet. And I didn't want to continue contributing to the system. I could no longer turn a blind eye to the endless amounts of torture and slaughter of animals. When I began eating vegan, my digestion became regular and my energy levels were up. I started riding my bike again several days a week for miles on end, and I just felt so great, and that gave me the motivation to just treat my body even better. Since I was a vegetarian for 7 years, the transition was pretty much overnight for me, and I was already aware of what products and ingredients to look out for, as well as how to cook amazing plant based meals. Everyone's story is different, and I hope my story gave you guys some insight as to why I went vegan. So I'd love to hear your stories. Why did you go vegan, or are you considering vegan but you're just not sure? Leave your stories and your comments down below. I'd really love to hear them. Thanks guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe here at Lost in Vegetation to keep up with me, Jeff, and all my vegan content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Oh my god, guys, this looks so good. So the hash browns came out great, and I'm super excited, and I